everyone. This is ASDP UFOologist Paul Welburn from North Yorkshire in the UK, and you're watching the Alien Strand podcast with your amazing host Donald Ledesma.
AlienStrand.com, the official website.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Alien Strand Podcast. I'm your host, Don Ledesma, and welcome to today's show, man. It's going to be a good one today. I haven't done one in a bit, but I just been busy, man. Just been busy trying to get this film going, man. It gets kind of strange sometimes because it's like sometimes I can get the film up there and then it gets kicked back and I have to get back to them and back. I mean, we're going back and forth like ping pong balls, man. I don't even know why that's happening, but I finally got it settled out with them. And then it's like, okay, just do this little change and then we can drive it on the platform. I was like, all right, let's do it, man. So anyway, I'm glad you guys are sticking around today. We are live right now, live on YouTube, live on Facebook. We are live on Spreaker. Live on Spreaker. So if you're just listening to audio out there, guys, just welcome to today's show. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to be talking about sounds from the sky, man, like things that are just like make these trumpet sounds and things like that people just like freak out when they hear them. I mean, I freaked out when I heard it the first time, right? So I'm like, wow, well, you know what? Let's get it, let's try to figure out exactly what we're listening to or what's happening up in the skies, right? So I like I always say, keep your eyes in the skies, be safe on the road. If you guys are listening tonight, you guys are driving on the road. Thank you for that. Be careful out there. If you see a UFO, pull over. Don't take it from inside your vehicle. Please don't do that because in the mirror, the window gets in the way. Then we see your air conditioning and all your buttons, and then we all think it's UFOs, and it's not UFOs. Okay, so kind of pull over, step outside, go take a picture or a video outside. All right. Like I said, thank you guys for sticking around today. It's going to be a pretty good one, man. Pretty good one. Catch us on Patreon. Yeah. $5 a month. Go check that out. Come join us there, man. And we have a free one there as well. So I've been throwing out some extra stuff out there that we did just for paid subscribers. I actually let it go on one of them. You guys need to see her story, Elizabeth Jeffries. Go check that one out. She did an amazing job. It's called Lights in the Sky, about her story that she talked about. And she was able to explain things that were happening there and a lot more things that were happening at her home, right? Paranormal. There's a lot of paranormal stuff going on with her. And she caught a few extra UFOs in the sky. And we had a lot of evidence to back it up. So if you guys go to our Patreon, go check that out. We have that for free right now. I give it to everybody. So if you guys are Patreon subscribers or even just a member, you can actually see this for free. Go check that out. I appreciate you guys for doing that. Give us a thumbs up on that one and share if you can. All right. She was in the middle. Check her out. She was in the middle. I'm glad she was on that on our documentary. Don't forget, you're going to get some merch coming up here pretty soon for Alien Strand Extras. I'll be giving away some shirts. You got some coffee cups that if you want to be an extra Patreon, there's some extra deal that and a the middle two shirt. So go check that out, right? As well, man, I don't know if you caught our past podcast with Mr. Terry Lynch. I wasn't gonna, it was just gonna do by myself, but you know what? I hadn't had him on in a while. And I said, let me get Terry Lynch on. Let's talk about some Bigfoot stuff, man, because you know what? That's my favorite subject, to talk about. I don't talk about it as much, but I try to. All right. So hey, Ryan Keaton is out there. He's listening and he's watching tonight. If you guys are out there, give us a shout out, man. I'll throw you up on the screen. And like I said, I hope you guys are interested in whatever's happening, up in our skies and everything that I talk about on this podcast, man. It's like I try to get as much information out to you guys as possible, man. So Catch the Middle. All right. It's going away. It's on Amazon Prime with no commercials. Go check it out. $2.99. Please go check it out. Give us a thumbs up on that. Also, it's on 20 platforms. It's on Tubi TV, TCL. If you got a Roku TV, you'll find it there as well. Look for The Middle Cascadia Guides. That's where you'll find it. And we actually threw it on YouTube. What? Yeah, man, we threw it on YouTube. It's free there, man. So you go to our YouTube channel, go check it out. Go to Alien Strand Podcast there on our YouTube channel. Please, if you do watch it there, give us a like. Click a subscribe. That's all we ask. That's why I threw it on there for you guys to watch. So, because, man, it's important. You have to watch the middle one before you start watching the middle 2 and 3 as they come out, right? So please go watch this first one. And, give us a thumbs up. Comment if you like. Be nice about it if you want to. You don't have to comment. But, hey, I love the comments, man. Please go on our YouTube. Subscribe. Give us a like. Check that out, all right? The middle 2, it's coming up. It's coming up. It's around the corner. You guys will be seeing it on Amazon Prime. So be on the lookout for that with all these beautiful people where they were able to tell their stories and get it out to you guys, as much as possible. I couldn't applaud them any more than I can. Don't forget Alien Strand Disclosure Project. We are working together. We're still all together and we help each other as much as possible. If you have any kind of UFOs that you caught in the sky or videos that you wanted analyzed, hit us up on Facebook, Alien Strand Disclosure Project. Go there or go to ASDP UFO.com. We have our website for that. You can send us your information there and we can actually make a report of a UFO, paranormal, or anything like that. All right. Please go check us out there. We just love to help people because that's what we do, man. There was a couple of people out there that were, kind of lashing at me a little bit, because I was trying to put things out there and to try to help folks as much as possible, because that's what I do. I just try to help folks and try to help them through these things that happen with extraterrestrials, and it's not easy, man, to explain to folks sometimes. And when they come on our shows, I'll defend you to the T, man, and that's what I love doing here, and of course we like to show the evidence, and we like to talk to you about it. So if you want to talk to us about any of your encounters, anything, give me a call, hit me up on Instant Messenger. We'll get you on the show, all right? If you guys are willing to talk about it, and we're here for you guys. Don't forget that, because there's no I in team. We all work as a team. We all work together as one. I wanted to talk about tonight the sounds of the sky. Things that were happening up in the sky. That it hasn't come up on my feed for a while, and then all of a sudden it started popping up again. Right, like what the heck are these sounds that are happening in the sky? Right, and then. And why does it just keep on happening? It always happens around this time, right? Is it me, or is it always happening around this time? Usually during the summer, we don't hear too much about it, but once the fall, winter weather starts coming through, that's when we start hearing these sounds a little bit more. But I want to talk about this. I really do. But before that, we have something important that came up today. There was some actual disclosure that came out today. Now, there was a gentleman today of Congress. He put it out there, man, for you guys to know that he's he's watching our money for us, right? Because that's what they do, right? You pay your taxes. Hey, what do they do with your money? They disperse it everywhere and everywhere, right? But there's some black money out there. He's trying to figure out, okay, where in the heck's our money going? Well, why is no being this being accounted for? Where is it? Where did it go? Right. And this guy is into Roswell. He's into ufology. He's into everything. So anyway, I'm rambling enough. I want you to just hear him real quick. It's about 2 minutes long. Check this out what he had to say as he did a press conference today. Check this out.
Yeah, standing right here, dude. Well, thank y'all for being here. This is a very important issue, and this shows with the amount of coverage that we have today. I'm Tim Burchett, Congressman from Tennessee. I've studied this issue for quite some time, and honestly, it just kind of fell in my lap up here. I believe our country, at least since 1947, has had a long history of covering this issue up. And this year we were finally able to hold a legitimate hearing in July with credible witnesses who testified under oath to what they'd seen and experienced. The hearing this year faced a lot of pushback from the intelligence community, members of Congress, and of course our friends at the Pentagon. The intelligence community shut down an amendment I tried to include in the FAA reauthorization bill, and basically it would just require the Federal Aviation Administration to report UAP sightings by commercial pilots to Congress. I was told by the whip that bill was killed by the intelligence community, and I corrected him and I said, "You mean the intelligence committee?" And he said, "No, the intelligence community." And as they say, when you're over the target, that's when you get the most fire. And it just, like I said, it would just require the FAA administration to report UAP sightings by commercial pilots to Congress. Again, they spend a whole hell of a lot of time and effort and money to tell us something exists that does not exist. And so, fortunately, another amendment I introduced this year, it was to increase transparency. And honestly, this is what this whole issue is about transparency. On the issue was included in this year's NDAA Act. It required the Department of Defense to declassify any documents and records relating to publicly known sightings of UAPs or UFOs that do not compromise the national security of the United States. It all comes down to one word, and that word is transparency. I've been briefed on things I can't talk about in public because it's considered classified. But why are we classifying so much about this, especially if the information doesn't jeopardize national security, and we have departments telling us that they do not exist? We are here today to discuss that. I've got several other notes, but I'll skip over them because I know y'all probably want to hear from the folks behind me. We had some great witnesses, as I stated before, but these folks want to talk about more of the transparency and some of the pushback we're receiving from those aforementioned groups.
Wow. So he's pretty much saying that every time they try to go in and they try to ask questions, that they keep getting pushed back. You can't talk about that. You can't. It's classified things. And he's wondering, okay, why is it classified? If it's UFOs, UAPs, it shouldn't. I mean, we all know about it by now, right? So, and that's basically what he's trying to break it down to. Pretty much saying, hey, stop hiding it, man. That's enough of that crap already. We need to know where some of this money is going, right? Because really, in reality, we kind of think about it, right? Kind of think about it. What do they always say when there's some kind of some fishy stuff going on, right? I don't care what it is, if it's government or whatever it is, business or anything. They always say follow the money, right? Follow the money trail, and it'll lead you to the truth, right? Yeah. And so I think that's what he's trying to do here. He's trying to follow the money trail, right? And because they want the transparency, they want, okay, where's this money going? Why did y'all hide it? And okay, so if you used it for this, tell us exactly what you used it for. No, it's classified. We can't tell you. And that's, we always talk about stuff like that. Like, why do they do that, man? I mean, all these government agencies, I don't care where you're at in the world. It could be the United States. It could be Australia. It could be, the United Kingdom. It could be anywhere, any other country out there, Why do they hide a lot of this information of UAPs and extraterrestrials? Now, they threw it out at us, right? They said, hey, there's something out there in the sky. We just don't know what it is, right? So we're going to call it a UAP. Yeah. Unidentified aerial phenomenon instead of a UFO, unidentified flying object, because that's what it is, right? So They wanted to they don't like the word okay, the word UFO. Nobody likes that word now these days for some reason because it makes you wear a tinfoil hat, man. It adds the stigmas to you that you're crazy, that you're nuts. Anytime you mention a UFO. So now he's trying to say is okay, we want the airline pilots to tell us, okay, you saw something and it was a UFO. Well, you can't because if you say that, then you're crazy, right? Here comes the stigmas. So he's trying to take that away, let them talk, let them say what they want to say, and put it out there for us to see, right? Because it's only right for us to know the truth, right? We all see these things in the sky. We all catch them in the sky all the time. If you're on any UFO or UAP group or phenomenal group or extraterrestrial group, I don't care where you are, you're going to see something strange or something different every day. Now, if we're seeing these every day, we're posting them out there, we're throwing them out there. Don't you think they're seeing them too? Right. And they're recording a lot of this information. So this is what he was just trying to do. He's trying to break through all the paper clips and all, all the everything that's holding the weighing all the papers down. And he's trying to get rid of all that and say, hey, man, we need to read some of that stuff. We need to know what's going on. So, hey, I applaud him for that. And that's just not today. He did this just the other day too. He was on a conference too, and he said, y'all ain't gonna be hiding. He said it over there in Congress. So this just got a set of cojones on him. He's actually really going out there. Now, I wanted to touch base on that a little bit because it's news. It's news. It's exactly what's happening in our world today, right now. Today, that's what happened. Okay, so for you guys to understand exactly what happened, I threw it out there a little bit for you guys to see, and I thought it was important for you guys to see what had happened, today. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about these sounds of the sky. Now, I have a few recordings, right, that I am going to video recordings that are going to play tonight. Now, if you're listening live right now on Audio Land, there's going to be some coming out of Texas, some coming out of Spain, some coming out of Portugal. There's going to be some sounds coming out of just different parts of the country, Israel, things like that you're going to watch and you're going to hear tonight. All right. So now, just to be cautioned, a lot of this stuff that's playing right now that I am going to play is going to have a lot of F-bombs. So if there's any children in the car or anything like that, or you guys are kids around, go ahead and just, either shut it off or play it later or kind of just let them do their thing in another room somewhere. Okay. Cause there's a lot of F-bombs in these videos. Right. So here we go. I'm going to play this first video that was caught today. I actually shared it on my Facebook page. So if you go check me out, Donald Desmond, go check me out there. I post a lot of stuff. Okay. I'm going to warn you. If you guys don't know me, I'm a jokester, man. I love to laugh every day. Okay. That's just part of me. So I'll throw a lot of jokes out there, but in seriousness, I do throw a lot of UFO things out there as well. So here it goes. I'm going to play this one first. This is real quick. And see what you guys think. Holy fuck, you guys. What the fuck is that? So out there in Audio Land, so what you heard there was that it's somebody out there in a truck. I guess they're in one of those oil field trucks, and they're hearing this sound just coming down straight on. Now it sounds like it's right on top of them, man. Whatever it is, it's kind of hard to tell what it is, but it's super super loud in the video, and you can pretty much hear it right there. But I'm going to play this next track. Okay, so probably it's about 3 minutes long. Okay. So check this out. Now, this is going to really freak you out. Now, listen, pay attention, turn up your volume. A couple of these are not really loud. A couple of them are, but I apologize for that. But it's a compilation of a lot of these trumpet kind of sounds that are coming from the sky, right? So let's check these out. Right, here we go.
You listening to that, or is that?
What the fuck is that? That is horrible. It might sound like somebody screaming for help in the fucking sky.
Sounds like a place to live. I don't even know if my phone is capturing this.
You hear that? What the heck is that? Luna! Do you hear that? Quita el teléfono. Wow. Wow, massive.
So this is what we heard today in Bangalore around 1:20.
Was that crazy or what? So you're looking at from 2012, 2016, 2018, 2023. Now, those are, if you notice, like in every one of those videos that I just played right now, everybody's pointing straight up at the sky with their cameras. And this is where a lot of these sounds are coming from, right? And they're just trying to figure out, okay, what is this that I'm listening to, right? What's happening in the background, right? What is it that I'm watching, or what is it that I'm witnessing? Uh, I don't know, right? Um, and they asked NASA, hey, what is this thing coming up? Do you guys know what these sounds are that are come from the sky? And they're like, well, we just think they're like kind of like frequencies, but we don't know, right? This is what they're saying. Exactly. So David Aliff says, "Holy moly!" Yes, exactly. Holy moly. That's pretty much how I'm looking at it. Now, there there's a lot of things that go through people's head when they watch a lot of these videos and they hear these sounds. Now, I haven't personally heard it in like in front of me, which I really would like to hear it one day, just to get the logistics of the sounds and how audible it sounds to the ear. Because a lot of times, photos and things that we record doesn't do it justice until you're listening to it with a naked ear, right? Because that way you can hear the audible deep trumpet sounds, or whatever it is. The decibels are sometimes, or the frequencies are so low that you're just trying to, you can actually feel it rumbling inside your chest sometimes. That's what a lot of people have said. Now, there's these things that go through our heads, right? uh, is it apocalyptic times, right? That was predicted in the book of Enoch, right? In the Hebrew Bible, um, that there was going to be these trumpet sounds, coming from the sky, right? And this is, what it was laid out in the book of Revelation. If you've actually read back that far, not a lot of people like to read that because it scares the living heck out of you, right? Just like the book of Enoch, it's a read, it's a good read. It just scares the living hell out of you when you read it. Now, uh, it's in the Judeo Christian beliefs, they believe that the it's called in the book of Revelation is called the seven trumpets, and that it's something like an apocalyptic time that's coming, right? And this is what they say in their books. I'm just going to read what it says here real quick. Um, it says, let's see. In Revelation 1:19, it says, in his vision, Revelation, the seven trumpets are sounded by seven angels, and the event that followed, as described in detail from Revelation chapters 8 through 11, according to Revelation 8:1 and 8:2. It says, the angels sound these trumpets after breaking the seventh seal. The seal is secured the apocalyptic document held in the right hand of him who sits on the throne, right? The trumpets referred to in Greek as a salpix. Salponix. It says this was the straight and narrow bronze tube with the mouthpiece and a bone of a bell. It says they do not mention or resemble modern trumpets of today. The final three trumpets are sometimes called the woe trumpets. So this is what it says in the book of Revelation, right? About these trumpet sounds that people always talk about, because sometimes I read it, I read folks' comments, say, hey, God's coming, the end of times, this is going to happen, hey, who's to say it's not? Or who's to say it is? But are these what I'm trying to put here is that are these predictions coming from this book of Revelation that is out there now? It's you can read it as a historical book, yes, and you can read it and take it as it is. So and because these are always the first thoughts of folks that hear those kind of things, because it's really scary sound, man. That's what you were hearing here earlier, pretty scary, and because you don't know where it's coming from, and it's hovering all over the sky, right? To where it's like, man, I don't know what this is, right? And it's and kind of think about like the movies, and you're expecting the worst to happen next, right? Of you know some apocalyptic end of something, right? You're waiting to see a flood, or a tidal wave, or an earthquake, or things like that, but which happens every year, right? Lately, it's been happening more and more, right? So our continent is changing. Everything's changing. Our polar axis have changed a little bit. So of course we're going to have these changes that are happening. Now, is this something that's happening in reality, as far as like, is it the shift in the wind up there, up in the sky, in our atmosphere, things like that's kind of making these sounds, right? Is a possibility that that's what it is, and I always try to keep an open mind on everything, and I'm just trying to give you my open mind thoughts of what this is, right? And and I'm going to read this to you as well. This article came out, published in May 11th of 2023. It says strange sounds recorded on high Earth's atmosphere, right? So it says scientists has detected sounds high in the Earth's atmosphere that can't be identified. A solar power balloon mission launched by researchers by the Sandia National Laboratories carried a microphone in the region of Earth's atmosphere for around 31 miles above the planet in the stratosphere. The region is relatively calm and free from storms and turbulence of commercial air traffic. It's way up there, right? Meaning microphones in this layer of the atmosphere can eavesdrop on the sounds of the planet and the natural human-made sounds, right? So it says, however, the microphone is particularly studied and hard and study also heard strange sounds that repeats a few times per hour. It says The source has not yet been identified. The sounds were recorded in infrasound range, meaning that the frequencies were about 20 hertz or and lower. In other words, it's way low audible than the ear can hear. It's that humming low, that real low sound, right? That's what pretty much it's telling you. Um, it says there are mysterious infra signals that can occur a few times during this process, right? So they sent a balloon up there. It's okay. I guess they were trying to figure out what these sounds were coming from the sky as well, right? So this is what they were trying to figure out as well, right? And it says they did many flights, and they say, but still, the source from these are completely unknown, right? And this came from Daniel Bowman of Sandia National Laboratories. That's what he said in a statement. So, they're just trying to figure out. Okay, we don't know what this is, but yeah, the Earth does make some sounds in the sky, right? And it's. I mean, we know that there's going to be sounds up there in up above the stratosphere around that area. Now, what we're hearing, it sounds like metal to metal or some kind of strange sounds, right? That almost sounds like it's being made by something, right? Almost like when you rub something together. Like, okay, let's just say this. You remember when they got the wine glass? They filled it with a little bit of water or different water, and they put you wet your finger and you go around it, and it makes that sound, that real high pitched sound. This is almost mimics that, but in a lower, in a deeper range, right? And why is it that it's happening above our heads and our skyline, right? Why doesn't it happen down here? Uh, is it the winds that are traveling that are making it, uh, you know, to where it's pushing the air down and it's making this sound? And a lot of people see it as different things as well. So I'm going to give you the both sides to this story, right? Now, is it possible an alien warning, right? So Trish is here. Hey, hi Trish, how you doing? Uh, Thank you for being on the show today, listening, and yeah, she's chiming in, man. She's chiming in today. Thank you for that. So my is it warnings from extraterrestrials, right? This is my thing. It's a possibility that these things are giving us warnings. Hey, who's to say it's not, right? That's why I always say keep an open mind because you never know what you're going to come up with in your hypothesis or whatever it is, because there's always two sides to every story. And is it the aliens or extraterrestrials giving us some kind of warnings of some change is about to occur of these sounds? So David Aliff says, being a musician, I've always wondered if it's like a woodwind instrument. Could it be from either the ships or the UFOs being in close proximity, or maybe the openings into a vehicle with the winds blowing by? Ryan says, I heard people say it could be harp. That's a possibility too. That they're actually doing some kind of changes, I don't know. I mean, the things that are happening behind closed doors, could probably blow us up 10 or 15 fold, and we don't even know what the stuff that they're playing with, right? So who's to not say it's not harp, right? That they're doing some kind of test on that day, and it's actually making a change, some kind of change. And then my thing is that the frequency is it's always that low, and it almost sounds like a train when it's hitting the brakes, right, from a distance. I remember when I first started hearing this sound, people say, "Oh, it's a train out there. It's just hitting the brakes." That's what you're hearing. But you would usually hear it from a straight distance, maybe eye level. But every video that I see, they're pointing their camera straight up at the sky, right? And this is where my aha moment is, okay, wait a minute. No, it's not a train. Where is this coming from? Can we figure this out? Or have they figured it out? So now more and more, we're seeing more UFO sightings every day. I'm throwing some pictures up there right now of some UFOs, of some recent ones that I posted of last week. You know, we're more people are catching these things up in the sky as ever now, right? Could there be some kind of a change up there that's happening that's attracting these things and making them come to us or to Earth or around our atmosphere and just drawing more attention, right? Or are they trying to draw our attention? That's my thing. You know, were they hearing these sounds in the past as well? You know, like in the days of the Egyptians in the BC, things like that. You know, were they actually hearing these sounds come from the sky, and they were thinking that they were everybody had a different god that they believed in, right? I don't care what country or wherever, what area you came from. It was the Greeks believed in different gods, Anunnaki, different gods. Egyptians, they had the sun, the moon, and they worshipped everything. Of course, Christianity, Judea, they have one God, and it's they call the Alpha, the Omega, and this is what we try to put together in our minds when we start hearing these things from the sky, right? Is it extraterrestrials? Are they trying to warn us about something? Are these the frequencies that they're trying to shoot us, and say, hey, grab your attention. Something's coming around the corner. You need to know about it. And this is what, I was just trying to bring to your attention today. Do I have the answer to this? No. NASA don't even have the answer to this. Nobody has the answer to this. So I don't care who you ask out there, try to get the answer in a scientific terminology. You can't get one. Right? I'm not ashamed to say I don't know everything because I don't. Right? Terry says the same thing. He says, hey, I don't know everything. I know a lot of things, but there's a lot of things that I don't know. Do we hypothesize on a lot of stuff? Yes, we do. Because we try to put these pieces of the puzzle together and try to figure out, okay, what are we looking at here, or what are we hearing here? What are these sounds coming from the sky? And then my thing is, does anything like cataclysmic happen after hearing the sounds in that general area? Or is there massive UFO sightings in that general area after hearing these sounds? Now, if you guys have heard anything like that, that after hearing this sound, they see these UFOs everywhere, hey, let me know. I really want to know, because I'd like to put these two and two together and try to figure this out, right? Because if it is, it kind of gives me more of it's going to push me more into the direction of the extraterrestrial, um, possibility, coming into our atmosphere and grabbing our attention somehow, one way or another. Now, we were doing it with these lasers, and we're doing CE5s, and now we're starting to get into all this to where we're starting to attract them more and more. People are attracting these UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them now these days. We're attracting them more and more every day, right? Because that's who we are. We're inquisitive. We're human beings. That's what we do. I've talked about the ringing of the ears when, like last night, oh my God, I was sitting there and I thought I was getting sick or something. I told my wife, I said, my ears can't stop ringing. They're just ringing like crazy. It was driving me nuts. And I had to take like an ibuprofen and whatever. I was like, well, I don't know. And I just was at home all day. I didn't have headphones on or nothing. So it's not like I blew my ears out anywhere. But is it a frequency, what I'm trying to say? People always say these ringing of the ears. Do people have this right before one of those events, right? Do you have the ringing of the ears before you see an extraterrestrial craft or a UFO? In my documentary, the middle part two, you're going to hear that. You're going to hear some of that because this is what these people are actually experiencing as contactees and possible abductees, right? And they experiencing the trauma that's coming with it. Scars, burns, things like that. Things that have happened to their body that's real bad. You will see it in one of actually in this next film, in part 3. You will see it. And it's a really bad one. So it's these are the things that people are experiencing every day in the world of ufology, whether you want to be in it or you don't, right? A lot of these people, like I said, they don't choose to be in this in as a contactee or an abductee. They don't choose that. They don't want it. But it wants them. A lot of times it happens that way. And that's what I'm trying to get across to you guys today. Where do a lot of these pieces of the puzzle fit together? You know, is it something from God, right? Or is it these extraterrestrials? Or is it a natural phenomenon that's happening because of our Earth's atmosphere? Because of the changes that's happening to the Earth's core. You got to remember, they said that the Earth's core actually stopped and it turned the other direction. It's spinning the other direction now. What? That happened, what, about 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago? So now we're starting to see a lot more changes that are happening, right? You know, if you do experience something like that, where you're hearing these trying to kind of trumpet sounds in the sky, do me a favor, all right? Get your phone out. There's a free app on there called EMF Detector, Electronic Magnetic Field Detector. It's free on any Apple or Android, and they don't pay me for this, but turn it on, man. When you're hearing that sound, turn it on and start recording that electronic magnetic meter and let me know if there is something happening in our sky while this phenomenon is happening. See, that's the thing. Nobody's studied it while it was happening because you don't know when or where it's going to happen. It happens in a lot of these different countries all over the world, right? But Alien Strand podcast is all over the world. And I got people listening to me from different countries I can't even name sometimes because they're listening to this show. Because they know what I'm saying is the truth, and you're hearing what I have to say, and you know what I'm giving you, my hypothesis on a lot of things. And I'm just trying to show you that you need to question everything. And when you're experiencing something, record everything the best way you can. And if if you don't have it, it's okay. It's okay. Write it down, record it somehow while this phenomenon is happening. So we can try to get an answer of what these things or what these sounds are in the sky, or is it extraterrestrial, right? Or is it just a natural phenomenon that's happening? Because I don't know about you, but when I was growing up as a kid, I was born in the 60s. Hello. Yeah, I'm kind of old. So I didn't, we never heard anything like this, like these sounds that are coming from the sky, things like that, how would why is all this starting to happen now? Right. I'm sure there would have probably been a report, CBS News. All we had was CBS, ABC, and NBC. That was it back in the day. 3 channels. That's all you get. By midnight, shuts off, and you hear the national anthem. It's over. Go to bed. Right. That's the way it was back in the day. And you would probably see something like that, to where it would have came out, hey, these sounds coming from the sky. What is it? We have it recorded. Somebody's got it on their, 8 millimeter film or whatever, You didn't hear anything like that. Just until here recently, right? So which is that we're trying to do here? We're all trying to work together. We're all here as a team, all of us. Alien Strand Disclosure Project, Alien Strand family. Even out, you guys out there, because of you listening to the show, you guys are part of the family. Even the Tempest universe, I love those guys. He says, I definitely would not volunteer to get probed. Hey, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my God. Yeah, that's a funny one. You know, you're gonna have to talk to my UK friend out there. He's always talking about that all the time. But yeah, I mean, you just got to make sure that whatever you do, you try to study these things as much as possible, and remember, this is a tiny computer in your hand. Your cell phone is, right? Now, what you have in your hand, they say could have flown our first Apollo mission. You know what I mean? What you have in your hand. So, and it makes sense. Everything you have in your hand, all the tools are there for you now. So there should be no reason why you can't record anything that's happening as it's happening, right? Because if you can record it with a video, hey, go for it. I'd rather watch the video and stuff. But if you do have a meter or you have an extra cell phone on you, turn it on, and get that electronic magnetic field reading. I really would like to see that. I want to see that data, while that's happening, because that could just point us in a different direction. You know what I mean? So, and I just want to make sure that you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say, and I'm glad you guys stuck around today, helped me ramble a little bit. So I'll probably be out for a few days because tomorrow's my birthday. Shh, I'm getting pretty damn old, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we're just gonna chill tomorrow. I think we're just gonna have some pizza. Pizza. Maybe play on a slide or a swing or something. No, we always enjoy my birthday and everybody's birthday, but I'm glad I was able to be here with you guys and share all this information as much as I could. I hope I just I hope not struck a nerve, but just kind of gave you that oomph to try to go out there and go look for UAPs or UFOs or just to find out what these trumpet sounds are coming from, right? I'm glad you stuck around today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to catch us on Patreon. Sign up for our Patreon, man. There's a free one there too. I throw out a lot of good stuff on there, man. So, like I said, the middle two is coming out pretty soon. A few weeks. Okay. I know we're all excited about it. And I'm working on the middle three already. So just an FYI, after this one's out, the next one's going to be a little bit faster coming out to you guys. All right. So it's going to be a really nice thing to watch and to learn, because every documentary that I put out there is a learning platform for everybody. I want you guys to learn. Oh, I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. Belcher. Look at this. I'm wearing his shirt today. It says, keep an open mind. We are one. Talk to Mr. Belcher. He's got some awesome shirts. It's got a big old sticker. I got the emblem in the back. Man, he gave me some shorts. I got a hoodie, but you know what? It's South Texas. It's 80 degrees today, man. It's too hot down here. It's snowing everywhere else, and we're burning up down here in South Texas. Oh my God. I think we're ready to move. All right, guys. Well, I rambled enough. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Like I said, catch us on 26, 27 platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, we're on Spotify, we're everywhere. So this podcast will be going out to all of you guys. I appreciate you guys, just for being here today and just chiming in a little bit. David, thank you. Ryan, thank you. The Tempest Universe, I love you guys. I'm going to see you on the next one, man. We're going to do a podcast together. We have to. So And if you're a podcaster out there, you want me on your show, come on, give me a call, man. I'll be glad to get on your show. I love to do that. I love to be on other people's podcasts. You know, we need to work together. We all work together. And you can be on my podcast. Hey, come on. Now, if you got an experience, something that's happened to you, give me a call, please. And if you want to be on the show, you want to get it out for the first time, call me. I'm here to help you. We're all here to help you to go past this experience. Even if it's horrible or it's just a good experience, we love to hear your story as well. But until then, you guys have yourselves a good day. Have yourselves a good evening. And have yourselves a good night. See you later, alligator.